Welcome to Rad Chat. I'm your host, Brandy Lynn, and today my special guest is Sandra Marcie.
Hi, guys.
You're a makeup artist? That is so exciting. Thank you for coming and going to share about your makeup journey. So how did you first get started in makeup, and how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for about 5 years now, but it was a process. It was a process. Yeah. I didn't know I wanted to be a makeup artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It started off with high school. Well, honestly, it started off with growing up. I've always done everyone's hair and makeup for homecoming. It started off in high school.
High school?
So
okay.
I would, whenever there was like a dance or anything like that, I would do the hair and makeup. Like, let me do your hair. Let me do your makeup. Yeah.
Those dances were like the biggest thing too back in the day.
Yeah, like everyone had to get ready for them.
Homecoming was coming. Gotta get ready.
Yes. And then I also was on a wrestling team in high school.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You wrestled?
Yes.
Dude,
yes,
that's fucking badass. Oh my god.
Yeah, so after practice, like, we would be like just chilling right there, and they'd be like, hey, you want to cut my hair? I was like, let me cut your hair. And I'd cut their hair with just the craft scissors.
Shit.
Like, thinking I knew what I was doing. Because I do hair, makeup.
Oh, okay.
I try to cut guy hair, you know?
Okay, so a little barber shop in you?
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's how it started. Like, I didn't really know that's what I wanted to do.
It was just fun for you at the time.
Yeah. I just knew I liked to help people get ready.
Nice.
You know? And then I went to college for business.
Oh, for business.
For business.
Me too, girl.
You went to business?
Me too.
Doesn't everybody? And
pretty much.
I was in this one class called, like, it was pretty much a class where you didn't know what you wanted to do in life. And I was in that class. His name was Ricardo.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't call him professor. He's like, you call me Ricardo.
Oh, okay. That's pretty chill.
Yeah, it was really chill class. Yeah. And it was a bunch of people that didn't know what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And in that time, he would do different activities that would kind of help us like realize what we liked.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of that class, I actually enrolled into a makeup school.
Oh, nice. Which one?
It's called Ruby Makeup Academy.
Oh, okay.
It was in Temple City.
Nice.
They don't have any. It's like shut down already,
oh, okay.
But that's the one I did. And yeah, like after that, I was in PCC for 1 semester.
Okay.
Enrolled into makeup school, and then in my second semester at PCC, I was like, nah, I dropped out.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
It's hard
That's how
when
that
people
started.
are creative like you and makeup, and you have a creative side to you.
Yeah.
It's hard. I've come to realize those people thrive more in the creative genre and not most or in like going to business school. You're not gonna
I walked out of class.
Yeah, I'm over it. Time to go to makeup.
Like, not even in a dramatic way, but I would sit in the back. And I just remember sitting there and thinking, like, I could not focus on what he was saying. And I was like, I need to get out of here. And I just walked out.
Yeah.
I walked out and I never went back.
And how do you feel like that was the best decision you've made in your life?
Yeah, because I just, like, I didn't hate school.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hate school. But I was like those people that could not focus. Like,
gotcha.
My mind was just somewhere
on other
else.
Topics.
Yeah, I couldn't focus on what he was saying.
Yeah. That's so interesting because it's like, I find that creative people, you guys are, like, I'm not creative. Like, I could not do makeup like you do. And those mindsets are really inspiring because you're always having ideas and flowing through you that I can imagine that's hard to sit in a lecture hall and the guy has a PowerPoint up and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's pretty incredible. So now in your makeup journey, how have you defined your style that you said you've been doing it about 5 years? Did you at first just start learning everything you could, and now do you think you have more of like a Sandra style to yourself?
No. I don't think I have a style.
Okay.
Because I just feel that makeup in general is so different. And I've met so many people that are like, you need to have this style. You need to have this style of makeup. And I just can't do that. Yeah. Every single day I look different. Yeah. I have a different style every single day.
Which is fun.
Yes. And I just feel like makeup is the same way. And I look at it as a creative, like,
process.
I don't have a style.
That's cool, though.
I just, like, anything anyone tells me they want, I'm going to give them that. I don't have a style.
Yeah, that's pretty inspiring too, because that means you're very adaptable to an ever-changing world we're in, and you can go to any client because you can form to anything they want to do.
Definitely.
I'm sure. Do you think that you've really, what was your defining moment of like, okay, like this makeup is really working out for me, I'm gonna start making my career based on this? Did you have a moment like that where you're like, oh, I'm a makeup artist now?
It actually happened recently. Yeah, because
nice.
I've been doing makeup for almost 5 years, and everyone's a makeup artist.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone could put makeup artist on their bio.
Yeah.
You know, but it took me a while to actually like be like, I'm a makeup artist. Like, yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Do you know what made that moment for you? Like, did something specific happen, or you just felt like after doing it for so long and you have such a good category of art to show people?
It wasn't like a specific time. It was just more like just. I feel like there's always like a self-doubt.
Yeah.
You know, there's always a self-doubt, and there was like a point where I was just like, there was a point where I had a lot of clients like trying to like book me.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this is like exactly what I wanted. Like, I just wanted to be booked, like to do makeup. Like, and that's when I was like, dude, I'm a makeup artist.
Oh, so
yeah.
It's so exciting to see that moment, or when people talk about that moment, because it's such a special thing. Like, you think you're doing makeup and you want people to book you, and then when you feel like, oh my god, everyone's booking me, like I must be doing something right.
Yeah. And you know, there's trial and error in everything.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, it took a while.
It took a little bit.
Yeah,
but that's cool because now here, are you originally from Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
So you've always kind of been here.
Yeah.
How was that growing up in Los Angeles, where the industry is so thriving always here?
It's intimidating. It is, because especially with social media now, people have like a big old following. And then, you know, I'm not the type of person that cares. Like, I really don't care about how many followers I have.
Yeah.
But when you see other people and then doing probably like the same thing you're doing, or maybe you can do better, but they have like what, 40K, you know, you're like, damn, like,
it's a little like, oh,
and I'm from here, you know, and they're from like somewhere else. But the more people I meet, the more they just tell me to just like, you know, be myself and not really care about that.
Not care, which is really cool too, because I feel like that's so important, because people get so stuck in the fact like, oh my god, I'm on Instagram and I have to get this likes and I have to get these followers, but here you are, like, can share a story that like it's not about the likes and the follows, it's about your content. And if people really like your content, those are true followers. And if you're getting booked based on your content,
oh my god, I burped. Are they gonna see that?
You're good. I love it. So that happened. We're good. We're real humans, guys.
Yeah.
But so I'm sure that's even better, the fact that you have real content, because you don't care about the followers. It's not fake for you. It's this is your life. This is what you like to do with your career, and you want to share that and give that to people. Yeah. How is it? What is the feeling like? So I mean, I'm just an average woman, can do whatever basic makeup, and I could go to work about my day. But for me, who models and has people do my makeup, like you have done my makeup, and when you transform my face, I feel incredible. I feel this power within me. I look at myself and I'm like, that is me. Like, that's my face. How is it to, on the other side, as the artist, when you get those reactions, or when people see what you've done to their canvas? How does that feel, and how is that powering, or just like take us a little bit through that feeling?
I think that's the whole point of my job.
Of your job.
Yeah, the whole point is for me to know that you feel confident. Like, I love that. I love when in the beginning I used to get really nervous. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna see what I did and they're gonna hate it. But now it's like, when I'm like, here, go ahead and look at yourself, I am just like, I just love to see people taking selfies, putting it at posting it. Like, that's my biggest accomplishment, is making another person feel
so happy.
Yeah, so happy, because it's, you know, I just love seeing people happy.
And that's so great, because as one that gets makeup done for me, it's like, oh, like, I'm super happy. But when I see the artists like thriving and they're smiling, like it makes me feel like, oh my God, they also are like not just doing it as a job, they love to do it, and their passion, I can feel it when I also see you guys doing the makeup. Do you feel like over the time of your life of doing this, when you see people's reactions and how happy they are, does that really give you the confidence, like, oh, I'm going to kill it, I'm going to keep going on to the next?
For sure.
How do you feel like that has really shaped you as a woman and really grown from doing this?
It made me grow in my own confidence, because again, like, this makeup career is really hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard because not only is you have to be like good at what you do, you have to be a good person, because no one's gonna want to book someone that's like
got a bad
stuck
vibe
up or mean. You have to be a good person, and you have to love what you do.
Yeah.
Definitely have to love what you do.
When was the moment where you really, like, you said you kind of stumbled upon it, and like you grew up, you were a wrestler and you were doing people's hair. How did it really come full circle when you're like, oh shit, like, I love doing this liner on people, I love putting their blush on? Like, do you have a favorite piece of makeup that you like is your favorite thing to do on everyone, or just literally transforming their whole face into a different look, or even your own face? You say you do a different style every day. How is that feeling, and kind of take us through that process?
It took a while. Like, first, it took a while to like realize, like, I was a good. I had to hear it from other people to tell me, like, what you're doing. You're good. Like, you don't have to be an assistant anymore.
Yeah,
it took that first, like, from like a upper where people that I think are like higher than me to tell me, like, you don't have to be an assistant anymore. Like, you got it on your own.
Yes.
So that helped. And then doing my own makeup also helps, because I love doing my own makeup, and it helps me create styles for like other people. My favorite thing to do on someone would probably
or like top favorites, maybe. I know it's probably a hard question.
Like, I just think that your eyes and eyebrows are just like, you need to be good at that. Like, you need to know how to do a really good eyebrow on someone and rock out an eyeshadow. Yeah, like, blend it.
Nice. Because I remember when I was I'll never forget this experience. This is how I knew I wasn't going to be a makeup artist, guys. I was in middle school, 6th grade. I have it so vivid in my memory. And you remember that store Claire's?
Yeah.
And they had the cute little eyeshadow palettes for little girls, and they were all like very pigmented, like bright colors. Yeah. I thought one day if I wore a green shirt, I could put green eyeshadow on, and it was just bright as green. And I go in, and it's like your first year in the bigger kids school, and I go to the bathroom, and like 8th graders are in the bathroom, and I could hear them like talking shit, like, oh my God, this girl's green eyeshadow. So I think blending is probably so important.
I mean, you can still do that. Who cares?
It probably was so blotched out though. Like, was it hard to learn how to like do the blend? Like, for people maybe that aren't as familiar with makeup and maybe aren't as professional, how is it to really blend? And is there certain things, like small things, that you can maybe share and give tips on, maybe if people are trying to do it?
Blending, it really has to do with, one, your brushes. I'm not saying go spend so much money on expensive brushes, but you can go to Morphe.
So shout out to Morphe, guys.
What is it? Bella.
Okay.
They have good brushes, and it's all about your brush. Like, you can't get like
a little cheapy brush.
But Morphe's not expensive, so it's really
go to Ulta. They sell them there.
Ulta, get a brush. And also, I'm like, an eyeshadow, and just
keep working it.
Yeah, like, just don't get impatient and watch YouTube. Like, I went to school, but I watch YouTube still.
Oh, okay.
Like,
that's inspiring, because everyone is creating content for there, and not only are you taking influence from YouTube, but that's cool to share that not only did you go to school, but you can also still learn from YouTube videos from other people you come in contact with.
Yeah, and I know it might be hard. It's just not hard. You just like slap it on and just keep like that word. Just keep blending is real. Like, just keep blending. Just keep blending.
Keep doing it. Nice. Do you feel that your makeup journey has really inspired other people in your life? Or do you feel like when you have your clients, have you formed relationships, and do you have people come back to you and rebook you? Like, I know I book you all the time. Do you have a lot of people like that you've now like formed relationships with?
Yeah, I have like my clients, my regulars that, you know, they just love to get their makeup done.
Yeah.
And I think I've only like that I know, I feel like I've only inspired one person, which is my cousin, and now she's in beauty school, and I love it.
Oh my God, how is that feeling to think like, wow, she watched me doing makeup and now she's going to school for it? How is that feeling?
Awesome. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like, girl, come with me. We have some clients to rock out.
Yes,
yeah.
That's so inspiring. Do you think you'll take her on as like an assistant or kind of like an apprenticeship with you?
Maybe just so she could feel it out, but for the most part, I just like
just her doing it.
I just
is
want
so inspiring.
her. Yeah.
Have you worked with?
Shout out, Adri.
Yes, girl. Yes, good for you. Do you think? Have you worked with a lot of different cultures and people? Have you traveled for makeup?
Have I traveled? Well. Makeup's just really big out here in LA, so I really don't have to travel. I live 20 minutes out of LA.
Oh shit!
So I really don't travel. Plus, I don't think a 30-minute drive is traveling for me.
No, but you're all around Los Angeles or California.
I think I live in a good city where that I could like travel, like just drive out
around the city.
But I haven't traveled anywhere big yet.
Is that your next like goals in life?
I wanted to do New York Fashion Week, but I just feel like I have to establish building my kit was a really big deal though.
Okay,
because
what is that?
Building your kit as a makeup artist is probably the biggest thing you have to do.
Okay.
You know, you want to, at the level that I want to be at, you have to have good products.
Okay.
And you can't get that sometimes at Ulta. You know, you have to
build it up.
You know, sometimes a foundation is $50.
Yeah.
And imagine you wanting to get 6 foundations that are $50, you know? So I think right now I have a really good kit, but I also want to expand it
out.
And that takes cash to do. You're living
being real. We all
that
need
takes
cash
to do. So I think my main goal right now as a makeup artist is to expand my kit.
Okay. So you can give your best products to all of your clients because you
because you know, if you have better products, your price goes up. You know, you don't have Wet and Wild and
some CVS you can buy.
I mean, they got a good highlighter though.
There you go. I'm sure they'll like taking a bunch of different price ranges and brands that really helps you build your kit. And you know, maybe you're working on a younger girl who can use that makeup, but if you're also on a commercial set, it might be where you need photo ready makeup.
you never know who you're gonna meet. And sometimes they don't want elf on their face. Let's be honest.
It's like a big broad spectrum, which I'm sure is what is so important about building a kit to start. Do you feel like what are your kind of, so maybe an inspiration is one day you do want to do New York Fashion Week. Do you have other like stepping stones, like, okay, I want to do this, and like, how do you keep yourself motivated on the hustle?
Okay. It started with, I wanted to be in a magazine. Okay. So then that happened. That's so exciting. But then I was like, that's not even a big deal because I did it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, next. Like, what? Like,
thank you, next.
I have a lot of goals, and I just feel I want to be on a Netflix series.
Oh, okay.
I want to be on a movie. I want to do a fashion week. And the goals keep going as you go. Like, it used to be like, I wanted to get booked all weekend. Boom. You know, like, got booked. I want to be on a magazine. Got a magazine. So, my goal, I never get content with what I do at all.
Which is probably the best motivator and the drive. Like, if I can do, what can I do next? How can I keep going? And just getting your brand out there and your face out there. I'm sure that also is very helpful because to get to the level, you have all these stepping stones to get there.
Yeah. I want to be on a campaign. I want to be on, you know, you just want to see your work out there.
So growing up, did you feel like you always had a drive to just really keep working and keep on the hustle, did you find that, like, you know, we've all been through different things in our lives that maybe, like, you did see yourself here, or maybe it like took a lot of hard work and then now you're here and it's like so satisfying? Did you ever have anything growing up where you maybe like used it as like a chip on your shoulder and it's like, okay, I gotta keep driving, or maybe your parents or someone in your life was a big mentor to you that kind of helped you and now they see you and you're like, dang, Sandra's doing it, like, good for her?
Yeah, I did. It was when I was in college and I was deciding that I wanted to drop out, and I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna start doing makeup school. And I just remember her saying, you know, because I'm Hispanic, so like wanting to be a makeup artist, you're like, what is that?
Really?
And my mom was like, you know, you need to like prove to everyone that that's what you want to do. And I'm like, okay. And so what it was, I was like 18, and I just remember that's always been on my mind. Like,
prove to the world in a
that's
sense.
not a job. Like, being a makeup artist is not a job. In a Hispanic household, that is not a job. And now my parents are just so motivating. Like, they're just like,
my heart.
Yeah, they're like, you want, like, I'm gonna go to a makeup store. And he's like, I want to go with you. My dad's like, I'll go with you. Like, let's go to downtown LA and buy a bunch of lashes.
Aww.
And it took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while, but I think like my what motivated was, one, I felt like people didn't think I could do it.
Okay. Do you think did anyone ever say anything to you that you kind of were like,
no,
oh,
but
just a vibe?
It's like,
it's
dude, when you're Hispanic, you know.
you
know. Like, be like, oh, so what do you do now? I'm like, shit,
it's like
know.
that awkward Things-giving table with all your family.
Like,
how's it going?
How's your work?
Don't ask me that.
So just those, you know. And that was it. Like, and I had a support system, but it wasn't like they
were
thought
there.
I was gonna they were gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then like fast forward to now, and I do feel like that had to do with like people from school, like people from high school. Like, it's just like being a makeup artist is so easy. Like, everyone put MUA on their bio. Yeah. And I feel like now that I've grown up a little bit and I've been working more, I see more support from family and people I went to school with. And I'm like, I told you.
Yes, girl. Yes.
I told you guys.
You tell them.
For real.
That's amazing. That's such, like, I love these stories, and I love talking to people about their stories and where they've come from, and now it's like, look at you now. I think that's so inspiring, just as like maybe someone that's watching that wants to be a makeup artist, maybe someone that's like me who just loves to see, like, wow, like, that's so empowering that, you know, maybe it wasn't you didn't just get lucky and get the job, but you worked hard, and maybe some people didn't support you, but now they look at you and you've really proved them wrong. And that really full circle to what your mom said to you, which is so touching. Really prove to them to do it.
It's so crazy. It really is crazy. And like, I don't know, it just doesn't stop here, you know. I don't think I've even accomplished the biggest goal. I don't even know what that goal is. I really don't.
But that's probably good, because it really keeps your mindset open and you're not closed off. I'm assuming you're not, you know, closed off. You just want to keep branching your name out there, which is really amazing to be like that. Some people, you know, get stuck in a bubble or get stuck in like, I only want to do one style, but you said like you're a chameleon. You'll do everything and you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring. So you do your makeup, and you also said you're doing hair, and you also do male's hair as well?
Yeah, I'm going to start barbering, because... Oh my God, I burped again.
No, you're good. Drink up.
Oh,
Cheers
I know.
to
Let's
that.
pour a mimosa.
Yes.
So, yeah, I started barbering because I don't know what it is in me. Like,
you can pour a little in here. We'll have it.
Oh, finally!
Yes, guys, we're having fun on Rad Chat.
Tell me when to stop.
You're good. Sandra's gonna get me drunk in the morning. Love it.
Barbering. It started because... Oh, shoot.
You're good. Oh, no. It's okay.
As much as I like to do makeup, I've just realized that I'm not just good at one thing.
Yeah. Which is
I
amazing.
think I love the beauty world. Like,
Yeah.
I love to get people ready. I love to make people feel confident.
Yeah.
And that's not just with girls.
Yeah.
And
Which is empowering too. Like you're not just closed off to women. You also will do men.
Yeah.
So is barbering hard to learn?
Yes and no. It's just a different world. Like,
Yeah.
like with the guards and all that. But I'm still learning.
Yeah.
And I feel like once I get it down, I'll be dope.
You're gonna be dope. So with hair too, what kind of like hairstyles do you do? Do you like different? I know you do like blowouts. You've curled my hair. Do you find that also really fun to do, people's hair and transform just their volume of hairstyle?
Yes. I mean, I've worked in a salon. I've been at a salon and worked a full 12-hour day, and I hated it.
Oh, okay. I think someone else I just recently interviewed also said the same thing.
I hated
She prefers
it.
makeup.
Like,
Yeah.
I just hated it.
Shout out to Talia, who also loves makeup more than the salon.
But, and then I was like, nope, I'm not doing hair no more.
Yeah.
I freaking hate it. But then I realized it wasn't that I hated doing hair. I hated just being in a salon and standing there and doing hair all day.
Okay. And so structured, like, you're clocking in, you're clocking out. It's not your own schedule.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But now, like, when someone says, like, do you do hair and makeup? I used to say no. I'm like, I don't do hair.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm like, I do, because I do hair. Like, I
Yeah,
could do
you know
hair.
how
I
to.
could dye hair. I do like it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like being in that
salon.
box I felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also having someone in your ear.
Just talking all the time. Yeah.
That, having it in your ear. But like eventually I wanted to have my own studio.
Oh, okay.
Because I just feel like I love beauty in general.
Yeah.
So I want to have my own studio where I do someone's makeup and they want to get their brows done. I'll do your brows.
Oh shit.
And
so
if
be full service.
I do. I'm thinking of it. I don't know the name yet, but I want to do something like Sandy's Beauty Bar or something like, because
you guys heard it first. She's gonna be coming out with it soon. Stay
something
tuned.
like that, because I love doing people's brows. Like, you need wax, I know how to do that because I do it.
Yes.
I have my cosmetology license,
Okay.
and because I went to cosmetology school, and with that license, you're pretty much able to do
a lot of different beauty.
everything. So hair, you could do makeup, you could do nails. Like, you don't need to get your nail certificate because you have your cosmetology. I don't need my barbering license because I have my cosmetology.
Oh, that's awesome. So you really get your whole work of it done.
Yeah, so eventually I think I'm gonna have a studio where I'll have like my services, because I just feel like makeup isn't the only thing.
Yeah. That's really great too, because I feel like now in this day and age, everyone's branching off and doing such, you're not just one thing. So going back to how much of a chameleon you are, that's really great, because I think also for myself, like, just being a model is not enough. You have to do more. Mm-hmm. So it's incredible too that that's also your mindset, and I think you thrive more in that setting of like, I can always do more and I know I'm capable of doing more.
Yeah, and that comes with confidence, because I've met a lot of people in the industry that have told me, like, you need to pick a style of makeup and only do that.
Really?
I have met people that told me that. I've told people telling me, like, you need to pick a style and just do that. And I'm like thinking, like, but I just don't do that style.
Yeah.
And then it came back off of makeup, because I don't just do makeup.
Yeah.
Because I also could give you some haircuts and give you some highlights.
Yeah. And that's great.
Yeah.
You have so much more to offer anybody that wants to book you or be with you or learn from you. There's so much to offer from you. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's crazy in such a great way, because it's like, wow, like, this girl isn't just a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Because it's
in the
super
beauty
fun.
world, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun too, because like, for instance, I can only speak for myself. You've done my makeup, but then you also like curl my hair and blow it out, and it's like, oh my god, my thin ass hair is looking fabulous. Mm-hmm. Do you think over the time of working with so many different people, it's been such a great learning experience, because you can learn different types of hairs, different types of skin?
Yeah, I think once I turned 18, I kind of like lived my life like for myself.
Yeah.
And like, yes, like I had my parents there, but they kind of didn't have like an input of what I was doing. And after I finished makeup school when I was 18, I enrolled into Paul Mitchell.
Okay.
You know, Paul Mitchell, the school, expensive ass cosmetology school, and I was 18 signing a contract.
Yes, girl.
Like, if I had that money, but I didn't. But
I
signed it, and I went to this school because I heard someone tell me, like, you need to do hair, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the best school.
Yeah.
So I did that.
That's great.
And
you
then,
really put yourself in.
And then I hated it.
That's awesome.
I hated it. I freaking hated it.
But at least if you never tried it, you would never know. And then you would always be telling yourself, what if, I feel like.
Not anymore. I think I finally am so happy with, because there was a point where I was like, I am so dumb for ever doing that. Yeah.
Really?
Because I hated cosmetology school. For some reason. Like, I think it was just going to school every single day to do hair, but I wanted to do makeup. You know, so I was at this school for 2 years. It's only like a year to finish, but it took me 2 years because I would just like not go. I was like, no, I hate it.
But you did it, and you completed it.
And
that's
now
all that
I'm
matters.
so happy. Yeah, like, now I'm so happy because I don't hate hair.
Yeah.
I think it was just more like my love was for makeup. And I just hated that every single day it had to be hair.
Yeah, because now I'm sure it's more fun because you're focusing on the face, and the hair is just an added bonus of putting your whole look together.
Yeah. And it comes with growing up. I was 18 trying to figure out in the beauty world in LA.
Do you feel like it was really hard to come out of LA? Because, you know, you have a lot of transplants, and you're from LA, and this is your town. This is your hometown. Was it scary in a sense? Like, oh, I'm in LA and I know it's such a big industry. Or was it that drives you more to do it?
No, I don't know. I haven't really... Now I'm like, oh my God, it's LA. But back then I was so carefree. Like, I wasn't doing it for the money.
Yeah, you're doing it for the love.
Yeah, like I didn't go to cosmetology school because of the money. Like, I went to cosmetology schools, they're like, you're gonna like it. I went to makeup school because I liked it. And after I went to another makeup school after Paul Mitchell.
You just worked more on it.
Yeah, I never did anything for LA or for the money. I did it because I liked it.
That's awesome, because I feel like for me, who's not from LA, it's like, you know, you never know how are LA people genuine, or you never know, right, when you're not from here. I'm sure people think that from anywhere they go that they're not from, like, ooh, how are these people? But it's awesome to hear, like, it's not about the money for you, it's about the genuine experience. And I think that shows your integrity as a person. I'm sure people feel your vibe. Like, Sandra walks in the room, guys, and it is like a fun ass day. Like, she has this bubbly personality, and not even before I knew you, like, we worked on some projects together, but the first day I met you were just a great spirit, and I think you can't have a great spirit if you're not genuine and just bubbly, and you just want to have a good time and also make someone look beautiful. That is so incredible. Do you think that, obviously the makeup world seems so fun to me, and like making people look beautiful, and do you think you really feel like that sense of like belonging in the world of makeup? Yeah, because I've worked with other makeup artists. I've worked with like higher end makeup artists, and I remember being so nervous, like, oh my God, this person has 2 million followers, like, I need to like act right, you know? I thought that I need to act so right. But then I thought, like, shut the hell up. Like, I was telling that girl, I was like, girl, you look so good. Like, I was just like, you know, like, fuck LA, dude. Like, LA, they try to make it seem like you have to act a certain way and this and that. Like, no. Who freaking cares? Because you probably vibe better when you're just being yourself.
Yeah. Everyone's so stuck up here. Like, you have to, like, bring it down a notch. And I think just being from here, you kind of get to see, because I work with a lot of models that aren't from, like, I work with more models that are not from LA and California in general. Like, I know way more people in the industry that are not from here than from here. Every time they meet me, they're like, you're from LA? I'm like, yeah, I live right here, girl. Yeah. You know? And I've just learned to not just stop thinking too much and like
Which I'm sure is probably more empowering too for you, because it's like the stigma isn't, it doesn't matter to you. Like,
No,
who cares? And then
I really don't.
You're working with all these people from different states and cultures that you're like, LA is just, everyone just comes here because this is where the business is, but it's about the people you meet that are more what is inspiring.
You have to be yourself around here.
Yeah.
You have to be yourself. I'm also a bartender. Oh. I'm also a bartender.
Yes,
and
girl, that's exciting.
And I've met some people that you could tell, like, they just don't want to like you. You know, they
Really?
don't.
Yeah. Isn't that sad?
It's not, though, when you get to... I just like to prove people wrong that you don't have to act a certain way and oppress people, and just like...
Yeah, just like live for yourself, in that you're just going to be who you are, and some people will like you and some people won't like you. And
it's a lot of pressure out here, but...
Yeah, that's cool that you don't succumb to that pressure. The pressure is like, just, you know, brush it off your shoulder. I'm gonna keep trucking because I'm Sandra, and like, I love me.
Yeah.
I love making people have fun. And the story, so off camera, she told us a story about the grocery store today.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy time we're living in right now with the virus, but that was so amazing that everyone is so scared at the supermarket, and here you are like, guys, let's laugh, let's have fun. And that's just a great personality to be, and I'm sure everybody that you're around or that you work with, they remember you because of who you are, and that's so inspiring to... I'm sure also for you it just probably feels great, like, this is just who I am, and if people love me, it's great, and if, you know, if they don't, I don't care, because I'm just doing me in a world where we can do anything these days.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure that feels so fun to be in that world where confidence, you've gotten to a place in your life where you feel confident.
Yeah, because, you know, whenever I do like a big project, I'm like, oh, shoot, like, I need to act a certain way. But then once I get there, I don't act that way.
That's great, because it's who you are. Yeah, you're not like, when you every big project I'm sure is a little scary, but then you get there and you're like, okay, I'm chilling, like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Awesome that you're just all authentically yourself and being who you are, and that's really created your pattern of doing makeup and your whole career in Los Angeles and being who you are, because we need those people like you. Like, we need people to just show that being who you are is so important in life, and just showcasing that individuality is the greatest key of modern day society now. That's awesome. I really appreciate that you're sharing your story and that you are so open about being who you are, because we all are like just trying to live in this world and just trying to be a little voice, like, look at me and this is my journey. So what else are your favorite type of things for makeup? I know you are really big into doing Halloween makeup. How is that? When Halloween season comes, you think it's another like challenge of like, ooh, what can I do this season?
Halloween is my favorite. I love doing Halloween makeup. I think what it is about makeup is that every single time you do it, it's not the same. For me personally, because a lot of my clients are editorial.
Okay.
Or like beauty. It's just, I just range from so many types of clients. And the beauty about makeup is that you could do whatever you want.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Whatever you want. So I don't have like a specific type at all. I don't advertise. There's, you know, you'll see like, wedding makeup, or I love all the gory makeup. That's my favorite, honestly. And then I love fantasy makeup also. I love doing like, I actually want to start to go to another school to do specifically like fantasy, just to get better at it.
Nice.
You know, because
that's a cool realm, because it's so different and playful, and it's like a movie. Like, I'm sure you've worked on so many sets doing people's makeup, but then it's kind of like you're acting. Like, how can I do this person and be this character? I'm sure that's why. I mean, I brought Halloween up because with Skin Deep, you do so much Halloween. Yeah. And it's so exciting. Like, oh, okay, what is their collab going to be now? Like, with the faces and the hands and just the fantasies that you bring to life, it's almost like a movie set. How does that help you go into different projects? Like, ooh, what can I, like, do you prepare for the fantasy, or like a special project, or even just a regular wedding or regular face makeup? Do you prepare for it, or do you just go into it and kind of like be inspired and wing it?
I prepare in the sense where I like to ask for pictures just so that I know like
what
the mood, like a mood board.
Okay.
Like, I like to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then hop on my own like creativity. Like a wedding's basic, like they just want to blend an eyeshadow and some really flawless foundation. But if it's something like the last one we did, what did we do? We did the eyeliner. I like to see like a look and then turn it into my own. And then if it's like a gory makeup, I like to see references and then build on that. Because you know, it's all about like being your own and, you know,
making it your own style. That's incredible. Do you feel like there's anything you would tell like your younger self, like now that you've really become successful? Like, what would you tell your younger Sandra?
I would tell her to focus more, because I'm just such a carefree person. Like I'm so carefree that I just, maybe if I focused a little bit more, I probably would have gotten further. But like, I'm not a type of person that looks at the past. So whatever, I did what I did, and that's it. But
it's made you who you are now. And it's an incredible person.
I would just tell myself to not be so scared, because being a makeup artist is scary, because it's a lot of judgment. Like, you know, you do the makeup and then you don't know if the person on the other side of that mirror is going to be like, I like it or I hate it. You just don't know. To be more confident, I feel like I'm more confident now, but that took a long time. Like, and I'm still not super confident because you just don't know. But I think I would tell myself to be more confident, because I just remember there was a time, the first makeup school I went to, and it was maybe, I would say like 8 girls in the class. And they might be watching right now, but 8 girls in the class, and I had a makeup instructor that was hardcore. She was hardcore, and she was like, she came in one day and she was like, all right guys, I just want you guys to know that everyone wants to be a makeup artist, and only one of you guys are gonna make it.
Oh shit.
She's like, people like come in and out of this career, and only one of them, and I was the youngest one, I was 18, and everyone was like at least like 25 or older. Like everyone was just so old, not so old, but at the time I just thought I would, they called me baby. Like my name wasn't Sandy, it was baby. It was baby. And then she was like, only one of you guys are gonna be a makeup artist, that's it, you know. And I was like, well, I want to be that one.
And you,
but then I was like, but how? Like how? Because everyone was more outgoing than me. Like
which is surprising, because you're very outgoing.
I don't think I'm even that outgoing, but I was just so cool. Well, but everyone was older than me. You know, they would all talk. Like everyone would talk about themselves so confidently, and I just remember. That. But I remember thinking to myself, oh, there was a Mac artist in that class.
Oh, okay.
Like there was just a lot of like diversity in that class, and I just remember thinking like, well, I want to be that one person.
Yeah. But
there's all these people here, you know, like just like, you know, and I'm like, I want to be that one person. And I'm just not saying I'm that person, but but now I think about that time, and I'm like, no, like I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be the makeup artist that was an actual makeup artist, you know?
Yeah, and look at you now. You've done so many things. You're active on your social media. You're on sets. You're getting booked by different types of people. I've seen you do like videos, and you're doing editorials, and you're doing photo shoots, and you're doing a wide range of photo shoots. You're not just getting booked to do just a simple makeup. You're doing really fun ones, fantasy ones, simple ones, wedding, like that is incredible. So you can look back at younger Sandra and be like, shit, I was that one person. Do you feel like when now, like thinking about that story, you're like, oh shit, like hell yeah I am, like, and now that you said you got more confidence.
It took a while.
I feel like it's just like confidence is always something we have to work on and just be better on, because of course, like, you know, we all work in the industry, there's doubts, and I'm sure like you see people that, oh, like they're doing a little better than me, but like just always having that drive, which you literally say you have, like you're never content, that's always gonna like keep you on your toes and keep you motivated and keep you being like, I'm gonna still prove that teacher right, like I am the number one. It's incredible, and I'm so thankful that you're here to like share your story and really talk about it with us. So you're doing makeup, you do hair if people will ask you to do hair.
Yeah.
You're learning to barber. Is there anything else that you really are you bartend, you say?
Mm-hmm.
How fun is it to bartend? Because I feel like that's also, you're such a creative person. You're doing all these things where you really take your canvas and transform them. I feel like bartending could also be the same way. You're like mixing different drinks. How giving is bartending to your creative mind?
To my creative mind, bartending is cool. One, because I feel like bartending has actually helped me be able to talk to people, because you can't be a boring bartender, you know? Like,
you have to be on your toes.
What if you're there for like a couple hours and you can't be a boring bartender? That helped me be able to like talk to people.
Yeah.
And I also like the nightlife. Like I just like
I'm
like, okay, the same way I like to get people like really glam, I like to get people really drunk. Like
they're having a good if they're going to the bar, they're trying to have a good time.
Yeah, like honestly, like I don't think I'm a people person, but at the same time I think I am a people person.
I love it. I totally think you're a people person. If people want to come visit you as bartender, where can they find you?
Right now, currently nowhere.
With the post Corona, where can they find you?
Okay, so I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings for 4 years.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I started to bartend for a little bit in Pomona.
Okay.
And then after this whole thing is over, I do want to start bartending kind of in Hollywood, because it's always
nice.
I have like my own goals for myself, and I've
Yeah.
always wanted to bartend in like the Hollywood life.
Yeah. The nightlife is thriving there, and if you literally
I'm not even 25 yet. Like I want to
girl, get it.
You know, I still want to I don't know. I just want to have fun.
That's great, yeah. And I'm sure like that the fact that the Hollywood scene and the nightlife, you'll also meet so many people that will keep you on your toes.
Dude, yeah.
And that you can connect with and make you feel comfortable. So then you're like, oh, okay, like we're just gonna have a good time, and then it'll help you break out of your shell.
Yeah.
If you feel like maybe you're, not as a people person, but we all think you're a people person.
Sometimes I'll get meeting people like as you work. I have gotten clients,
Yeah.
Like,
well, if someone
because I always have my makeup
done.
done. Yeah.
Girl, of course. You gotta represent.
You have to.
Do you feel like if someone came up to you and wanted to book you privately for a bartending session, do you do those as well?
I do that. I have
Awesome.
done that. Private parties. I have like my whole setup at home. So like
Awesome.
whenever someone needs me to bartend, I just take all my stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Adrian, my cousin that I
Inspired?
the one, earlier.
Nice.
Adrian, she comes with me
Yes.
to all my bartending events like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
fun. So she's your little mini me now.
I love her.
That's awesome. Shout out to her. So that's cool. So you guys, not only can you book Sandra for makeup, you can book her for hair, you can book her for barbering, you can book her for bartending.
You know what?
That's
you booked me for a party.
Yeah, basically, Sandra's a party in a glass. I love it. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Is there any last things you want to tell people? Maybe advice, parting words, and where they can find you?
Okay. I think my advice would be to like chill out and not to stress so much.
Yeah.
Because I used to stress so much, like cry and
Aww.
all that, But I think you just need to chill out, and if you really love something, it's gonna happen,
yeah.
and then keep pursuing it.
Yeah.
Keep pursuing
Put
it.
the action with your magic.
Yeah,
you
don't
want.
listen to no one. If they're being negative, like, just punch them.
Yes, girl. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, don't listen to anybody. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
empowering. And
Yeah.
then where can people find you?
Sandra Marcie, Marcie, Marcie.
Follow her on Instagram, guys. We'll post it. We'll tag her. Thank you so much. That was great. Cheers, girl.
Thank you.
Woo! Bye, guys.